Yesterday on First Take, you called for Cathy Engelbert's resignation from her role as WNBA commissioner. When you hear Caitlin Clark there, how does that strike you?
Doesn't strike me at all. Same reaction. Cathy Engelbert should resign as the commissioner of the WNBA. And the reason
what we are seeing right now may be one of the most damaging business moves ever made in professional sports. Many people already felt the WNBA had faced serious setbacks recently, but this new development has taken the situation to another level. According to several insiders, the league office of the WNBA, led by Commissioner Cathy Engelbert, has reportedly issued a formal warning to star player Caitlin Clark. The reason for the warning is not related to any rule-breaking or misconduct. Instead, it centers on Clark signing a major broadcasting deal with NBC Universal. The league claims her partnership could represent a conflict of interest. Critics argue that this reaction is hard to understand, especially since Clark has played a huge role in raising the league's visibility and financial success. Rather than celebrating her efforts to promote basketball on a national stage, the league's response appears confrontational. This controversy has drawn strong reactions across the sports world. Prominent media figures, including Stephen A. Smith, have openly criticized the situation. Many see this as more than a simple disagreement. They view it as a risky move that could hurt the league's relationship with one of its biggest stars and raise serious questions about leadership and priorities going forward.
derogatory and unappreciative of the athletes that represent her league. And then the person I call the golden goose of the WNBA, Caitlin Clark, you understand, who is box office for the WNBA. Just look at the numbers, look at the ratings, look at everything. For her to come out and...
The seriousness of this controversy became clear when even outspoken commentators reacted strongly. On his show, Stephen A. Smith sharply criticized the leadership of the WNBA after the news about Caitlin Clark broke. He described the league's decision as excessive and unfair, arguing that issuing a warning over Clark's media partnership sends the wrong message. Smith focused much of his criticism on Commissioner Cathy Engelbert. He argued that instead of challenging Clark, the league should recognize the value she brings. In his view, any national exposure Clark gets through her work with NBC Universal benefits professional basketball as a whole. Appearances on major broadcasts, he suggested, act as free promotion that most leagues would welcome. He also rejected the idea that Clark's broadcasting deal creates a real conflict of interest. According to Smith, increased visibility for a star player naturally draws more attention to the league. He compared the situation to other famous athletes whose media projects boosted, rather than harmed, their teams and leagues. Smith ended his commentary by questioning the league's leadership and calling for accountability. His reaction reflects a broader frustration among some fans who believe the league risks damaging its relationship with one of its most marketable players. Supporters of Clark argue that her relatively modest base salary, reported to be around $76,000, makes the dispute feel even more surprising given her impact on the sport. The reported salary figure has shocked many observers. A base pay of about $76,000 for a rising star in the WNBA stands out in the world of professional sports. Critics argue that this gap between salary and star power explains why Caitlin Clark would pursue large outside opportunities, including her broadcasting agreement with NBC Universal. From their perspective, restricting those opportunities seems unreasonable given how little the league itself pays. Supporters of Clark see the situation as similar to any worker taking a higher-paying second job. They argue that if the league wants exclusive control over a player's outside work, it would need to offer compensation that matches that level of commitment. Otherwise, attempts to limit outside deals can appear unfair and out of touch with modern sports business. This debate has also sparked discussion about internal league dynamics and leadership. Some commentators believe Commissioner Cathy Engelbert is facing pressure from veteran players who have spent years building their careers under tougher financial conditions. Those players may feel frustrated seeing a young star quickly secure major endorsements and media attention. Whether or not that pressure influenced recent decisions, the situation highlights ongoing tensions about pay, recognition, and the future direction of the league.
What I said was that weak-ass response that Cathy Engelbert, I'm going to say it again because people thought I stuttered just there. I don't know how because I don't stutter. weak ass comeback. I'm gonna say it one more time. Weak ass comeback. That's what she did.
Some players are complaining that the situation isn't fair. They're asking why Caitlin Clark gets special opportunities, like broadcasting work, while they're expected to focus only on practice. They want the league to step in and remind her that she's still a rookie. In response, Cathy Engelbert issued a warning that looks like a move to calm unhappy veterans rather than a strong act of leadership. It sends a message to the locker room that no one is above scrutiny. But the bigger picture is hard to ignore. Caitlin Clark is driving a huge share of the league's attention and interest. Penalizing her biggest draw just to satisfy frustrated teammates can hurt the league more than it helps. That kind of decision risks weakening the product instead of strengthening it. Sports commentator Stephen A. Smith argued that veteran players should focus less on resentment and more on opportunity. Instead of criticizing her media deal, they could look for ways to build their own brands. Her popularity is helping raise the league's profile and financial ceiling, which benefits everyone. There's also a serious legal angle. NBC Universal is owned by Comcast, a massive corporation with deep legal resources. If WNBA tried to block or punish her over outside broadcasting work, it could trigger a legal fight the league is unlikely to win. Her contract probably doesn't forbid media appearances, especially since broadcasting isn't direct competition. On top of that, the conflict of interest claim seems weak. NBA already works closely with the WNBA, and NBC covers NBA content. From that perspective, her media role fits within an existing partnership structure rather than breaking new ground. Major brands like State Farm, Gatorade, Nike, and Wilson Sporting Goods have invested heavily in Caitlin Clark. Their support is focused on her star power as much as the league itself. If the WNBA were to seriously punish her, those sponsors could pressure league leadership because their financial backing is a major part of the league's ecosystem. Commentator Stephen A. Smith warned that escalating this conflict would be risky. The league has issued a formal notice, and now attention turns to how Caitlin Clark responds. Given her competitive image, many expect her to continue pursuing high-profile media opportunities, including appearances on NBC, even if that tests the league's position. This standoff leaves the league in a difficult spot. Strong discipline could anger fans and sponsors, while backing down might make leadership look uncertain. Either path carries reputational risk. Some supporters have even discussed boycotts if harsh penalties are imposed, arguing that fan loyalty is tied closely to the players who drive interest in the sport. Clark also holds personal leverage. Beyond playing in the WNBA, she could explore international options or shift more fully into broadcasting. A media role with a company like NBC Universal would give her career flexibility that doesn't depend entirely on league approval. Critics say this dispute highlights deeper questions about league leadership under Commissioner Cathy Engelbert. They argue that decisions involving star players require a careful balance between authority, business interests, and public perception. How the league manages this moment could shape its image and growth during a period of rising attention on women's basketball.